Yes, I believe this will do.
Those were strange noises, yes. Foxy, it wasn't just you.
Put it
Oh. Why do you always do it when I take a drink?
Your camera froze, so all we can hear is just
The strange noises you heard were literally me gurgling Monster Punch while I was trying to sit on my laptop.
on the video on the gameplay, we're currently talking about a power rod, and then suddenly you just go.
That's what I call it too.
Fair. It conquers all demons, so yeah, it's gonna fucking do it, alright.
Oh, power of Christ compels you.
Fucking sure.
Come
In
again?
this case, yeah.
The power of Christ compels you to come again.
By the way, like to answer your so the whole point of this game, by the way, of Omikron is that it is designed to capture the player so that you will be trapped in damnation forever. That's the whole point of Omikron. That's the fourth wall break.
Okay.
It was actually literally designed to trap players in an alternate universe where their souls are damned forever. That's what the girl was telling us earlier on.
So obviously it's still not revealed why he needed us to take over his body, though.
No, that's a very good point, Dennis. Well done for spotting that.
I have been watching, like, you know.
Yeah, no, well spotted, because that will be a point later. But for now, was also revealed that the police commissioner is also a big fuck off demon. Like, he is a head demon, so we have to take him out big time, or else we're fucked, basically. So essentially, there's clues in like
demon bitch.
Pretty much, yeah. And now I think we're at Den's apartment, which should have all the clues we need to get at the commandant, because there's a piece of paper from the dancer
died here.
Well, he probably did die here, in fairness.
I'm just thinking, because we're at 2:17ish. I'm thinking, because it's continuous gameplay, where's a good point to pause this and leave?
In the next few minutes, actually, there's a nice
where we're not missing. Do you know what I mean? Like, where it's kind of a go-between thing.
No. This is a good spot to stop here. And once this little
Dennis,
sequence
this ain't
is
our
over.
first fucking rodeo. We've done a few of these. He knows.
We got this. We got this.
Correction, he's got this. I'm literally just shoving nuts down my throat, for God's sake.
Wait.
Well, it wouldn't be Friday if you didn't.
I miss those Fridays.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Amy. Your mouth was full there. What was that?
I miss those Fridays.
I'm sure he does as well. But
these are more spicy than salty, though. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, Jesus. Just sprinkle some.
No!
Just
How did you know that's what he said?
I was gonna make a joke. And I'm just like, no.
I just whenever Amy's going out with a guy, she just has a bottle of sriracha beside her.
hey, you gotta get this Szechuan sauce into you.
She seasons it before she.
Yeah, that's it. So, what are you doing that, Amy? Garnish.
Hold on. It's one of those normal things. Like, you have like the normal people who are like, ooh, there's chocolate syrup, maple syrup, whipped cream. I got the Frank's hot sauce. Who's up for me?
Oh yeah, the whipped cream. That's normal. Yeah, fair.
John, John, you have to insert the video clip of Chef from South Park.
Just to be clear, Foxy, I'm not inserting anything with this conversation, alright? There's no deployments here to last us.
I hope this gets edited out.
There will be no deployment in this house. There will be no insert.
But we could have the makings of a new chef song here, because we know that Amy likes spicy white chocolate balls. So it's kind of a different, different take on it.
Yeah, it'd be
Prefers
so
white
spicy
to chocolate.
monkey balls. There you go. By the way, this is actually quite exciting. We have a reincarnation spell. And apart
That's why I
from-
was just looking at. I was going like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, that will become apparent later. Very
Guys, what's
important.
dead should stay dead.
Are you going to bring the girlfriend back?
No, the girlfriend is dead.
Why?
Girlfriend is properly gone. Like she was a demon. The girl explained it earlier on. Like she was demonified a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
We're not finding an exorcism now.
No, afraid not. Afraid not. I think essentially the idea is that like once you the premise is that like once a demon kills you, your soul is gone forever, but they can use your body basically. So it's kind of like a body snatcher gimmick.
It every time. All right, okay. Every time Amy says exorcism, there's nothing bad about what she's saying, but it's just I remember a friend of mine. This is back to our conversation we had off the air about Lemon stealing whores.
Yes.
And how I came across that clip was because we used to send each other like really just hilarious clips like that all the time. And one of them was from apparently there's an Exorcist porno parody.
Of course.
And delighted it was your mother sucks cocks in hell, but not as good as me.
I'm so glad I didn't take the drink. I'm so glad I didn't take the drink. I'm so glad I didn't take the drink.
And now every time Amy's mentioned that, that's all I think of because I'm fucking destroyed.
Ooh, look, secret
I'm
compartments.
not the only one. I'm not the only one with a dirty, dirty mind. So every time I say exorcism,
What's your opinion on tubular bells, Dennis?
Yeah.
it's a
You mean
tune.
tubular balls?
Hey.
Oh, look at us.
Boy, he's
I
good.
love how we've all gone from. I love how we've all gone from like people in our 30s to 12-year-old boys.
Yeah,
And I'm the one that dragged you all down.
I don't know if you've seen my.
Oh
old
my
camera.
god, I just
was
remembered
never
another
out.
line he sent me from apparently the same fucking movie. It's brilliant, right? Yeah. He's like, it's this guy. He's obviously a terrible actor because he's in porn. But he goes, there's no other way. I'm going to have to fuck the hell out of you. It's like,
To be fair, that's a good line.
That's a good line. That worked.
Good line.
For the context in the movie that they're partying. That is excellent writing.
That's a cracking line.
Fox, I love Foxy just leaving again.
You're going like, yeah, still talking about sex things. Can't.
he just joined back in at the fuck the hell out of you
On
part.
Good Friday, no less. I love
Oh yeah,
did
did everyone like have like meat-free dinner? I had pulled pork. It was delicious.
Did my whole had fucking I had fucking spaghetti bolognese.
The demons. I know it sounds
My mom
crazy,
actually had spaghetti cake.
but they take the souls of their victims
Spaghetti
before
cake?
they rip them to shreds and kill
Lasagna.
them.
Oh,
They look like humans.
I love
They
lasagna.
blend in with the
couldn't
general
say.
population,
I couldn't say
waiting for the
lasagna
right
as a child,
moment
so I
to
used to
attack.
call it spaghetti. Betty.
Lasagna.
Is a policeman.
Lasagna.
used to call it
Gandalf
Betty, but
himself.
I couldn't say
I just
spaghetti
realised,
bolognese either.
Dennis, you might agree with me. Our partner
Betty
Den
bolognese.
looks a lot
I
like
think we know
Jamie.
we've discovered the whole story. Our only hope is to
Him?
find some kind of proof of their existence so that we can alert
I
the
don't think
authorities.
so.
Tonight.
With the shaved head?
I'm going out to bring back
I think so.
James Rage would fucking Jamie
something
would
happens to
fucking
us.
kill you for saying
No,
That's so insulting.
I found a YouTube.
That's like
I found a YouTuber who looks exactly like James Rage. I'm going to send you a picture of him now. 1 second.
No, Jamie already
This
has
is
his
James-
doppelganger,
this
Stephen
is-
Gerrard.
this
We
is-
can trick this.
Oh yeah.
And the fallen
Oh look,
No, they
the
have
guy
people
that thought was going to double cross us has double crossed us.
and fell upon their
This is the one thing we didn't want to
What are
happen.
the odds?
What are the odds? Tony is livid at
I
this.
didn't know know Den had left such a poignant message before dying. So nice of you to bring back the cassette for me. I do so hate leaving traces behind.
I like how his voice is now slightly more demonic than it was.
She saw a demon. She
This
had to
screams
die.
fucking
If
like
you hadn't
Elder
been so
Scrolls.
lucky, the same thing
A
would
little bit,
happen.
actually, yeah. But if this was Elder Scrolls, like, he would voice act like 7 other people in the game.
But maybe just a little too smart. You were becoming an embarrassment. You even had the guts to enter Gandar's lair. My master ordered me to take
Okay,
your
found one.
souls. After his death, Kale's body was sent into another dimension to track
Ah, well, there's your
soul
answer,
of a
Dennis.
video game player. Yours.
So Kale is dead, and
One
his
of
body
my
was sent to
bodies
capture
was
us.
collected as soon as it returned to Omikron, but you
Doesn't he look exactly like him?
Now the time has come to correct
If he was
that
clean shaven, yeah.
error.
Would you like the purple tint to his hair?
A game.
Yeah, I can see it.
Do I look like a game? Everything you see around you is real. Your computer
He's a
is
horror YouTuber.
our world. Your body
No, I think I've
is still
seen his face before.
your world, but your soul
Can't remember.
Yeah,
I
he's in
can't-
an RPG.
since you
It's James.
agreed to occupy
No.
Kale's body.
Yes.
Think you're safe behind your computer screen. You better think again. I
Are you
will
breaking the
take
fourth
your
wall?
soul. You will.
Yes, he
die
is.
and
That's
be
why he's
damned
looking right
for
at us.
eternity. Come, little human. Come and play with me.
Imagine being David
Man.
Cage and telling this guy, right, you're no longer a police officer, you're now a demon that's trying to trap the player. Okay, action!
Imagine playing this game tripping balls.
By the way, David Bowie is singing in this part. What? This is a secret
It'd be
track.
like an
that
existential crisis.
Yeah. It's very hard because his voice is very modulated, but he is actually providing the vocals on this for this fighting track.
That's a very, what would you say, modern rock vibe for a Bowie track.
Yeah. Now you can hear him. And yeah, once.
Why'd you have to
Super-
beat him so fast? I was actually listening to the fucking song.
That's
God
the thing,
damn it.
it takes so long for like Bowie part to kick in. Your Bowie is normally finished anyway. But yeah, so there you go. We are officially on the run here. So yeah, even the evil commandant is after us now. So our next protocol on the game gallery is to basically fuck the police, which is very exciting. Ooh, could be sandwich. Nice.
Nice.
And we'll pause it there. So
Paused.
2:27:40. Lovely lads. And so
Nice.
guys, what have you thought of Omikron so far? It's a fairly odd game for what it is.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure Dennis has paid attention. I think Foxy has some inkling.
I'm glad you have faith in me.
You were the one asking questions. You fucking
Yeah.
you seem to know what's going on. All I know is that I've fallen into a
It's an-
really dark side of Tumblr. So
Much like seems to happen with a lot of Quantic Dream stuff, it has seemingly kind of gone off the deep end a
Yeah,
little bit.
We're kind of like at the crest of the wave here, and then
Yeah.
like near drowned.
It's still, you know what I mean. With other Quantic Dream, it's still in that kind of okay, it's all right.
Here.
But I know it's about to launch itself into something very fucking strange. I have that feeling from it. Like it's hard to judge, obviously, gameplay and stuff, not playing it myself. So I'd have to defer to you for that. But it does look kind of clunky.
Clunkier than it looks is what I would say, and we haven't even got to the actual like proper shooting sections yet.
Okay.
The Super Mario one was a tutorial. So
Because it does look quite difficult to, like, as far as the kind of combat system and everything goes, it does look quite difficult to execute. Like, it just looks like it's a clunky mechanism in there,
Yeah.
which, as I said earlier, maybe they saw that themselves. Hence, now all their stuff is QTE. Maybe, I don't know, but it's an interesting one, and it's kind of the soundtrack has really been interesting too. I like the soundtrack.
Yeah. One of the
But yeah,
highlights.
I'm kind of preparing myself for that jump off a cliff.
How would you? Yeah, and story wise, it has it hooked you in with the whole fourth wall break. Like literally, the first line was a fourth wall break, which I thought was ballsy at best.
Yeah, it's strange. It's kind of like I get what they're doing, like with the whole, it was a strange way to get you to take over. You were so used to just taking over a character in
Being
third
a
person
character.
or whatever, and just being that character. To address you as to address you as a separate soul, and this is why you're going to control this character is a very different take, and I like it. It's an original take. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of games released all the time. I'm sure another game has done something similar at some point, but I haven't seen it since done that way. And it's an interesting premise.
Like I said, and the exciting part is that we've kind of stopped at the right time, because everything on from this point onwards is where it gets a bit Quantic Dream, if you know what I mean. Like, so like if you think like this is weird, wait until like the next part, and then it gets even weirder. But also like it's also in keeping with the game, so it's interesting. I think we have stopped at the right time, so we can kind of
as a player when you were playing it, did you find it tedious at any point, or was it? Like I suppose I'm talking because everything goes hand in hand with video games, the gameplay, the controls, everything to kind of keep you hooked in. So did you find it tedious at any point where you just like, oh, I don't want to fucking do this anymore? Or did you find it?
Yeah, towards the end, it was kind of there's a lot of padding involved. But at the same time, I think it was the nature of the game as well, because I would have skipped a rake load of side content. This will be easier to explain like in the next session, let's say. Because like you'll know why once it happens, you'll know why. But in a way, like there's a lot of side content I would have skipped over because it was all very, very redundant. There was no need to do it. And even then, the game says, "Oh, you can come back and do the side missions whenever." It's like, okay, fair enough, I will, because they're all completely pointless. But the actual plot itself, it's like there are certain points where the plot is now, okay, now you do this mission, now you do this mission, now you do this mission. So it kind of fell into a routine fairly quickly, if that makes sense. Which I think was probably because like they had got all their gimmicks done and didn't have anything else, the kind of way. It's like they had all the story ready for like the first act, and then second and third act kind of like was following behind, and that was
it. Was almost like, oh wait, this is too short. We need to lengthen this up somehow.
Yes, a little bit, yeah. Because and now granted, now I think in this game it works because I can imagine like again 1999, imagine all the promotion stuff of David Bowie being in the game, doing the music and all that. Maybe it was said he was a character in as well. But I can imagine all the promo of this game was all about Kale and about what he's doing in this game and his story and what's going on. And when you're playing it, then you're thinking, fuck, like this story is wrapped up after 2 or 3 hours. Like I thought this was the full game. And that's perhaps where like it's kind of working the audience a little bit, in the sense that there is actually more to it. It's just the story does feel rushed, but because it's a wider story happening as well, which what was kind of alluded to earlier on.
What about you, Foxy?
Like the soundtrack is really good, obviously, because like you have David Bowie attached to it. So if he's going to be attached to it, then he's definitely going to make sure that it's a good product. Like even if it is a video game, like he's still going to make sure that it's the best it can be. Like what you said, Dennis, to be introduced to the game and to be put as the proxy, like for the character that you're going to be playing, that is a very different way to do it. And I haven't seen it like that myself. Like in terms of trying to do that, like to involve the player, it's like, all right, here's why you're going to be taking control of it. It's like, grand. And the fact that it's just a fourth wall bend, like mindful.
Yeah.
Just...
and like I said, like that, it kind of starts. It kind of keeps on that vibe as well throughout the entire thing. So yeah, it is the kind of thing where like it knows it's the game, which is what I quite like.
I do like the fact that it is a murder mystery that you're trying to figure out why like your characters be missing, but like it's starting to unravel and
Snowballed. Yeah, exactly. It's just snowballed into something bigger, and that's exactly where it's going from that point. So, so yeah. When we come back,
I really think though our final word should go to Ames.
Yeah, Amy, do you like David Bowie?
I found porn on Tumblr.
It was everything I hoped it would be.
No, it's one of those things. You know, when you kind of find something that's like, oh, this is just going to be like pure smut written by someone like that just has nothing better to do with her day. She did a really, really good backstory to this, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of skipping over the smut parts just so I can figure out who the killer actually is. I'm like, this is actually really well written. I'd watch this if it was a movie.
So there you go, Omikron, really well written, and Amy would watch it if it was a movie.
Very good, Dennis. You've saved this. The jaws of life, which I presume is what that thing that like Amy's.
She also like I have to admit, like she's like really graphic in how she writes this stuff. Like it's very good though. Like you can properly visualize it.
I too thought The Girlfriend was particularly well written.
I agree. Actually, is a solid shout, and as we all know, David Cage really knocked it out of the park with female characters. So really, it's all up from here. You know,
I couldn't keep that one going, but anyway.
And there's the fourth one. Oh dear. Anyway, lads, when we come back on the game gallery, more Omikron than Nomad Soul. So we'll see you then.
Do you think I find more porn by then?
There's a world of porn waiting for you, Amy.
A whole new world.